I made Easter eggs at home and lived to tell the story. Some people buy Easter eggs at the store, some order them from a friend in the church group, and some decide to make them at home with their own hands, on their own stove, with their own liver. Yes, that was me. I woke up feeling all inspired. This year will be different, I thought. I'm making homemade Easter eggs, personalized, budget friendly, filled with affection and zero guilt. Pure love, covered in chocolate. In theory, a sweet gesture. In practice, the beginning of a chocolate fueled horror trilogy called The Kitchen Screams. It all started because I saw a video. Peaceful background music, melted chocolate in slow motion, smiling hands. It sold me the dream. There I was, already picturing myself handing out gourmet eggs with fancy ribbons, bringing my family to tears. I had no idea the only ribbon would be my patience, unraveling. I walked into the baking supply store thinking I'd grab a bar of chocolate and a mold. 5-minute mission. 3 hours later, I was still there, holding a mold shaped like a chicken and wondering if it was Easter themed or a factory mistake. There was compound chocolate, premium chocolate, dark, blended, emotionally damaged, and the molds? Spoon molds, triple layer molds, ones with removable bottoms, surprise silicone molds, and bunny lollipop molds. Bunnies with ears, without ears, standing, laying down, one that looked like an anxious mouse. I asked the store clerk, which one's good for someone who has no idea what they're doing? She looked at me kindly and said, do you want to make gourmet eggs, filled bonbons, decorative lollipops, 3D bunnies, or just try to be happy? I bought everything. Traditional mold, bonbon mold, bunny lollipops, sprinkles, ribbons, tags, sticks, plastic bags, and courage. On the way home, I had a memory from my childhood. Back then, a simple egg with one candy inside was magic. Today, if the egg doesn't come with a QR code and a surprise app, the kid looks disappointed. At home, I was pumped. I put on some instrumental music, wore an apron, cleaned a marble-looking slab from the laundry area. It felt like the beginning of something beautiful. But suddenly, a techno remix of Little Easter Bunny came on. And there I was, dancing with a spoon while the chocolate started boiling in revenge. First try, the chocolate turned into soup. Second, it hardened like cement. Third, a gray paste with the scent of regret. Then came the tempering phase. I poured the chocolate onto the cold slab like someone giving up, started moving it back and forth like in the video, but I looked more like I was performing a cocoa exorcism. My cat walked in, stepped in the chocolate, slipped, knocked over the spatula, left the kitchen with foil stuck to its paw. A flawless heist. I stirred, scraped, prayed, poured the chocolate into the mold, held it carefully, started to flip it to release, and it slipped, hit the floor in slow motion. I blew on it, picked it up, tried to glue it back together with warm chocolate. One side came out smooth, the other looked like sweet gravel. I called it Crunchy Surprise Edition. I tried using white chocolate. It melted before I even looked at it, stuck to everything, came out the color of an old candle and tasted like vanilla-flavored drywall. I thought, I'll sell a few, make a little money. After 5 hours of chaos, I did the math. Each egg cost me $48, and part of my soul. Gave up on selling, sold the mold on a neighborhood group. I left one chocolatey spoon on the counter. 2 hours later, there was a parade of ants coming down the wall, like a holiday rush at the ant dessert buffet. Then came fridge time. The video said, lay the mold side by side, don't stack them, as if I live inside a bakery. I opened the fridge. There was leftover lasagna, raw chicken, bubbling beans, a forgotten lemon, and a cracked egg judging me from the door. I started rearranging, removed shelves, pushed containers, used a margarine lid as support. I made it fit. The mold slid in, held up by a ruler and propped against a can of corn. I whispered, hold steady. Just need to harden, like we do with our emotions. 2 minutes later, has anyone seen the mayo? Can I just put this soda in real quick? No, nothing else goes in. The fridge is now under Easter lockdown. While the egg chilled, I started making bonbons, filled them with dulce de leche, peanut candy, hazelnut spread, and a mystery substance from an unlabeled jar. One turned out amazing. The next tasted like financial trauma. I made a sugar-free version too. No dairy, no joy. The person who tried it said, it's different. I said, it's the flavor of health and regret. I asked my son to help. Started off cute, ended like this. You're overfilling it. Let me stir. Fine, do it yourself. I finished alone. listening to a podcast covered in chocolate and emotional crumbs. Then I had this brilliant idea: layered egg, milk, white, and dark chocolate. In reality, a melted mess that looked like modern art made by someone who gave up halfway. Next up, bunny lollipops. First batch, no ears. Second, stuck to the mold. Third, looked like a nervous hamster. I tied a gold ribbon on it and called it minimalist. For the kids, I added prizes inside the eggs: mini flashlight without batteries, silent whistle, keychain from a 2009 music festival. My niece opened it, looked confused, and asked, "Uncle, is this a joke?" I said, "It's retro, builds character." Wrapping time. Foil was the real villain. It stuck, tore, slipped. Each egg ended up looking like a meteorite wrapped by someone in a hurry. I posted a picture in the family group. The neighbor posted hers too. Mirror finish egg, creamy filling, personalized tag. Caption, made with love and faith. Mine survived. I gave an egg to a kid. She opened it, took a bite, and asked, "Why does it taste like fridge and broccoli?" I smiled. It's a limited edition surprise flavor. Moral of the story? Making Easter eggs at home is like a New Year's resolution. Starts with hope, ends with dishes, back pain, and quiet despair. At first you believe, then you bargain with the universe. In the end, you deliver whatever survived and say it was on purpose. My egg came out, crooked, sweaty, with a weird shell and a filling called uncertainty. But hey, it came out. Next year, I'll buy a ready-made egg. Tie a ribbon. Take a photo from the right angle, and when someone asks, "Did you make it?" I'll smile, take a deep breath, and say, "I did. I made a payment." Now tell me, have you ever tried making Easter eggs at home? Did they come out beautiful? Or was it more like an episode of chocolate chaos? If you had broken bonbons, weird prizes, or a bunny that looked scared, leave a comment. And hey, if this made you laugh, reminded you of someone, or if you've ever tried to temper chocolate using sheer willpower, like it, subscribe, and send this to that person. They might be next. Or maybe it'll be you again next year. Because Easter comes every year, and stubbornness does too. And if in the middle of all this mess we can still laugh, share, hand someone a crooked gift and get a smile in return, then great. Life's at the right temperature. Happy Easter.